Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think Voyak's gonna join,
All right, bet.
so we'll give it a minute.
Bro, I don't know what the fuck's going on the past 2 days, but barely anybody's fucking picking up. Like,
Really?
it's stressing me the fuck out, bro. I don't know why.
The nature of the beast.
Bro, it's never been like this before.
Really?
hmm Yeah, like yesterday, I could have dialed more, but I was just so fucking stressed out. I dialed like 140 times and only fucking 7 people picked up.
Why are you stressed out?
Bro, because recently, I don't know. So pretty much after the webinar, like our sales manager, he called everybody individually and he kind of just said like, oh, so he's like, yeah, you did good on the webinar night, but from now on, like when it comes for the setters, it's gonna be very performance based. Like, I don't really know what he meant by that, but the only thing I could, you know, make out of that was that if we don't perform, then he's gonna start like changing things, like changing people in the system.
Okay.
Right? Like that's the only thing I could think of
Yeah. So why does that stress you out?
because like the pickups just aren't fucking. I'm getting very low pickup rates for some reason, and then therefore I can't really set many appointments
Yeah. So that's what I'm asking. So like, why does that stress you out though?
because I guess it all boils down to the fact that I think that they're gonna start getting rid of people or changing people.
Yeah.
Their performance isn't good, so I guess I'm
And-
worried the fact that they might get rid of me
Okay. Why are you worried about that?
because like the past 2 days, or yeah,
No.
yesterday.
No. I mean, why are you worried about that happening?
Why am I worried? Because I don't want to lose the job.
Why?
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, but if you did because you like it, why would you be worried about that?
I don't know. I guess it's just like a hit to like my ego
Yeah.
as well.
But what would that mean for you and your ego? What would that mean?
Uh,
Why are you worried that would affect your ego? Who are you holding up this ego for?
I guess like I'm not. It's not. I'm not really thinking of it like that. Like, why am I worried about it hitting my ego? I just know that if it does, it'll feel like shit, and I'll feel like
Yeah.
shit.
Why would you feel like shit?
Mm, just like
Do you feel like you're a bum?
no. I think it's like I feel like I'll just be going backwards.
And what's so bad
Mhm.
about that?
I don't know.
So the reason I'm asking you all these questions, bro, is like this is very common in sales to have this, but you're blocking people from picking up. It happens energetically, and it's the wildest thing, right? But you're saying, oh, he told me about performance, so he's putting pressure on me. I'm feeling that as pressure. I'm putting pressure on myself. And then these people aren't fucking picking up, and it's creating more pressure on myself. And it makes me afraid that I'm going to get fired. And if I get fired, I'm not going to have a job. I'm just living out here. I don't have a job. I don't have income. I quit the oil rig to do this. I'm going to be a bum. What's Tino going to think of me? What's Anthony going to think of me? What's Voyak going to think of me? What's my dad going to think of me? I'm out here. I don't have a job. I don't have income. How am I going to move to Miami? How am I going to keep progressing in my life? Like, you might not think that consciously when you're making these dials, but that's what's all the way beneath the surface. And when that's all there, it's going to affect your ability to be good at sales because your mind only has, let's say, like this much bandwidth, right? Half that bandwidth right now beneath the surface is being taken up by these fears and these emotions. And so you don't have enough bandwidth to really be present in the conversation and get better at it because your mind is so preoccupied with the fear and the stress of these people aren't picking up. How the fuck am I going to get better? Now they're putting pressure on me. Like, this is why you're doing sales. It's to come face to face with things like this. This is the reason why people get stuck in life. It's because they never come face to face with these things, these emotions, right? But if you really think about it, if people aren't picking up, is that anything then your control or no?
No.
No. So you're putting pressure on yourself every day for something that's out of your control, and then you're making yourself feel like shit, and then you're feeling tired and you don't have the energy or the motivation or the dopamine to want to get better at it either. And it's because you have this deeper fear, which is totally normal, by the way. I'm not saying it's bad, of, oh, I feel like a bum. I'm going to go back to zero. I'm going to lose all my money. I'm afraid of going broke. I'm afraid of going backwards, all these things, right? You're afraid of that ego hit. But until you come face to face with that, it's going to control you. And I know this because I went through it. So there's two parts of sales and getting good. One is this side, which is like the surrendering, the emotional processing, the letting go. This is where all the personal development truly lies. And then there's the tactical side. How do I get better at handling objections? How do I get better at discovery? How do I get better at sales? This is what most people focus on. You can't focus on this until you master this. I know this from experience from coaching people. This isn't like a subjective opinion. So, like, I'm not saying this to be right. I don't care if you guys think I'm right. I know I'm right, you know?
Yeah.
Because your mind doesn't have enough capacity to focus on all this and ingest all of this when this is all present. And this is why sales is an interesting tool because it's sales. Because it's like when you get in a career like this that's commission only and you're not getting paid for your time anymore, this is the first time in your life where you come face to face with this dilemma of, oh, fuck, how the fuck do I keep money coming in right now? And you come face to face with this stress of, oh, fuck, how do I keep my performance high? What the fuck? How do these leads come in? How do I do this? Right. And you're kind of out of control of your income. And so what happens is when you lose that control, all these insecurities come to the surface that you don't realize you have about who you think you are that's tied to money. Because now there's no longer this comfort and this support of money coming in
Mm.
from just you doing nothing and going to work and turning your brain off and just spending your time. This is why very few people were willing to walk this path, right? But think about it. If you could master this and you could come to terms with this, how beautiful of a thing you have, right? But this is totally normal. You just hit the point early on. That's the whole reason I suggest people go into sales, right? This is the first time you're going to come
Mm.
face to face with, oh shit, how much is my ego tied to the progress of what I actually do? I'll give you some tangible things on how to fix this, but does this make sense?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
see how deep it actually goes, where all of a sudden it goes from these leads aren't picking up to, oh no, these leads aren't picking up, but my ego is tied to my performance and I'm afraid of not making any money the next month and going broke and what my parents are going to think of me and what my friends are going to think of me. And I'm going to feel like a bum because this is the first time I don't have anything to do and I don't have any money coming in. But what's the alternative? Go back to the oil field and fucking make chump change anyway, right? I know
Fuck
you're not
no.
going to do that, but I'm just saying, right? Like, you
Yeah.
know, like we're here to transcend past all of that. So like, dude, like I had a part-time job to support me because I realized like, wow, I have a lot of lessons to learn. And also objectively, like you're just going to be bad at sales when you get started. Like it's just nature of the beast. Like you're going to just be at your lowest in terms of the level of skill and confidence because you have little experience. So I
Mm.
had a part-time job to keep money coming in so that not for my ego's sake, but just literally for like financial sake. I don't think you necessarily have that much of an issue because you have money saved up right now. And I mean, I still think I'm assuming you probably made enough money in May to pay your bills at least, correct? Yeah, like you're
Yeah.
in a good situation. You know, it was different for me because like I was living with my grandparents and I didn't really have a lot of money, so like I had to kind of have a job while I got started with all of this. And this is good for both of you because Voyak also has a job. So the thing is, it's like, yes, we need to focus a little bit on getting better on the phone, but that will just happen over time. You could speed that up by like call reviews and things like that, but like you're not in a prime state to get better. It's like if you're trying to go to the gym and like you don't eat any fucking food. It's like you could go to the gym and like you'll get better, but like you'd make more progress if you ate like enough food, you know? So what you need to do is, I mean, this is at least how it happened for me. And I'm not the only one who says this. It's funny. Like my recommendation for like the best sales books and stuff also is like the spiritual stuff because you don't want to have to think about what you're saying. Like sales is very intuitive. Like Boyak's really good at speaking to people already, right? He's funny, he's charismatic, but he gets on the sales call and like he loses a little bit of that charisma. And I truly believe it's not necessarily only from like the lack of experience. It's from like, caring a little bit too much about the result, which is hard to do. So this is where the surrendering process really comes into play. So there's a few things I typically recommend. I'll give you a digital product that I bought that I think would be really good to go through, but this is what I recommend majority of my clients to do, and it's a process you have to learn how to do. It's not something that's going to seem natural, it's going to come overnight. That same angst that comes up on the call, right? That same angst that comes up, you have to trigger that proactively rather than reactively because when you're on the call and it comes up, it's too late. I use another example. It's like, you ever go to talk to a girl on the street, you get nervous, right? It's too late to like, it's too late by the time you're there. You feel it in your body, it's nerves. So, what's better to do is to pretend you're in the situation. So, for example, I used to like throw a blanket over my head or close my eyes, right? And pretend I'm in the situation. Pretend you're in the boxing match. Pretend you're on the sidewalk and the girl's there. Pretend you're on the sales call. And you want to conjure up that feeling that you feel and that angst and all that emotion, but now you're doing it in a state where you could actually sit there and face it head on. You don't have to push it back down. When you're on the sales call, you have to push it back down. When you're in the boxing match, you have to push it back down. UFC fighters do this. This is why, for example, instead of like how do they prepare to like go fight in front of tens of thousands of people on TV late at night, right? They go into the arena, they put all the lights on, they fake the noise stimulation, like they put themselves in that so like they could prep their nervous system and their body for it already, right? So we just kind of uncovered, and I don't know what it is. I just kind of use some generalized sense of the fears that you might have, right? But we already know what some of these things bothering you are. You're probably have very rational fears. You're afraid of going broke. It's very rational. You're afraid of getting fired. So that fear of getting fired has control over you right now. It gives you stress, it gives you angst, it makes you tight. I would go put a blanket over my head and pretend I'm getting fired. Pretend I'm talking to the guy, he's firing me. The worst shit. He tells me I suck, he tells me he hates me, he's firing me, I have no job. And I would let all that emotion actually come up and out of me. You might. And it's important to not necessarily label emotions. Like our mind labels emotions of like sadness or fear or anger. But that's what the mind does. It's really just a feeling. Like you need to sit there and pretend, oh fuck, this guy's yelling at me. Like he's fucking, I'm going broke. Like I don't know how I'm gonna pay my bills. Like you'll feel it all in your body. And you're gonna let it all out by feeling it. So instead of resisting it and pushing those feelings back down, you're gonna actually sit there and feel them. You might cry a little, you might breathe a lot heavier. You might feel it. Like for me, I feel it in my legs all the time. And what's going to happen is it's going to start to diminish the grasp it has on you, right? I got to plug my phone charger in. Give me one, or my laptop charger in 1 minute.
Oh, Boyak.
What's up?
What's up, G?
How you doing,
How you
buddy?
doing? I'm doing
What's up,
good.
Jeet? What's up, Jeet?
I'm doing good, buddy. I'm like fucking
Yeah.
working like a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. No,
Guys,
you
How
don't
is
say anything. Guys, don't say anything retarded. I might use this as like a coaching call, like I put it out publicly.
all right?
okay.
The whole thing.
What?
All right. Yeah, Leo, what's up?
All right.
Uh
I'm gonna keep
Nothing.
talking.
Just like everything he said.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. I mean, I had to go through this. I literally had to learn this. I think this is what contributed me to getting better at sales. Now, I'm not the best in the world, but like becoming, good enough to teach people that people are willing to pay me thousands of dollars to teach them and like actually get tangible results. Like I think, that speaks for itself. It's because of this process, right? So you got to do that and you got to feel all these emotions. And what's going to happen is the charge will start to calm down. It's not going to be completely gone, but it's going to have less and less of a control on you, a grasp on you. And you'll notice this because the next time you go actually on the phone, it won't be there as much. And you might have to sit and do this multiple times forever. But right now, the charge is at its highest capacity because you've probably never done this. And it's not just sales, it's everything. What are the common fears we all have? Going broke, right? I'll give you an example. I had a fear of going broke like 3 years ago, okay? Because I started making a little bit of money and my ego got really attached to it, right? Of like, oh, I'm the fucking man. Like, I'm never going back working a regular job again. Like, I'm making good money now. I'm traveling. And I didn't realize how much that had a grasp on me. And what happened was I actually went broke then. Because you either proactively, consciously sit with these things, or you're unconsciously thinking about them so much that you manifest those circumstances into your life so you actually experience them. So, which one sounds like a better route to do?
Actively,
Yeah.
proactively like thinking about it.
And this might seem a little confusing because it's new, but like if you can learn how to do this through what I'm telling you to do, and once you start to do it, you'll learn more and more about how to do it. But it's a process that you need to do alone. So you need to just really think about the things that you're afraid of, and it's okay to admit them. You need to admit them and accept them. You can't act like you don't have any fears. It's a normal human thing to have fears and emotions, to be upset about things, to have worries about things. A lot of times we develop these involuntarily, so it's normal. But you have to sit with them and diminish their charge on you to realize they're not actually real. It's just a construct that my mind came up with for protection. But they're going to be a detriment to you being good at sales and being an entrepreneur. So, and it's more than just sales. Like I gave you a few examples. If you got back into boxing again, oh, dude, I found this. Look at this thrift I found. Fire, bro. Penn State
You
boxing.
you bought that?
Yeah, I just bought it the other day.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
But boxing, social interactions, relationships, family interactions. Like, bro, you don't realize how much shit's actually controlling you, you know? Like for me, I had to do this. Like I had to think about my family getting mad at me, my friends getting mad at me, my coworkers getting mad at me, prospects getting mad at me. And then you'll realize how much of a charge and hold it has on you until you release it, and then it goes away. And then you open this bandwidth back up to be able to actually get better at sales. Does this make sense?
Hmm. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
what's happening, bro, not to be woo woo, but like you said, more than usual, people aren't picking up. Don't you think there's a funny coincidence there that it's like your manager tells you this, you have a good day, your manager tells you this, you start putting more pressure on yourself, and then coincidentally, nobody decides to pick up the phone.
Mm.
Do you see?
It's a
Yeah.
test.
It's a test, it's attracting it. Because it's not about doing the work, it's about what's the underlying work sometimes. And that's why, dude, like, dude, you're just chilling. You could be at Penn State, bro. You could just be sitting there, fucking drinking a beer, making cold calls, hanging out. It doesn't have to be stressful. So you have to
Hmm.
think, why is it stressful?
Mm. Okay.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
This is why I recommend people get into sales to go through this process. So you're on the path. You made a little bit of money so far, you paid your bill, you got a job, you got way better at talking to people in the last 30 days, like significantly better than probably how you were. You learned how to interview, you learned how to find a job, and you made 2 grand in commissions. You had your first $1,000 day yesterday. So actually, like on the surface, if you zoom out, you're doing fucking great. But these emotions inside of your mind and these fears have you feeling like you're losing. You're actually doing great. You made more than I made my first month in sales, and you made more than that with the
Mm.
other guy on this call.
I was gonna say
And
that.
you're 8 years younger than both of us, and you're fucking from another country. So, um, you're actually doing great. So this is the process. So there's talking to me, I pretty much gave you the process, and you're gonna be like, well, how the fuck do I do it? Like I sat down and I couldn't do it. I couldn't think of it, right? Dude, it's a process. It's like, oh wait, this just happened. I realized that triggered me really hard in the moment. I'm gonna make a mental note of that, and then I'm gonna spend some time sitting with myself and actually trying to trigger myself with that same feeling and understanding it. There's going to be a lot of resistance to feeling the feelings. So you need to also surrender the resistance first. Okay. There's a book I recommend if you have time and you want to read. It's called Letting Go. You could get it on Amazon or I could order it for you if you want. I have Amazon Prime.
Letting go.
The Pathway to Surrender by David Hawkins. That's like the best sales book. That book changed my life.
Okay.
You have time, you want to read it. And then there's a digital product. Like honestly, bro, I know you wanted to join a mentorship. You're getting coached by me, but if you're gonna buy anything, because like I could just give you my login, but I think it would be better if you buy it. It's called Transformation Mastery. Let me try to find it here.
Is that the one with the book promo?
No, I
The
don't
V
think
sells
so.
that book you made me read.
Here, this guy. Mm, Here, this is like $300. This is like the best course I've ever bought. Okay. Um, I recommend it. I'll put the link in
Hmm.
our group chat. Okay.
Julius.
Yeah. Um, You could also watch this guy on YouTube first before you buy this to see if you even like him. He's got as much free shit on YouTube as well. I'll put his name in the chat. His name is Julian Blanc. He's a great teacher and explainer of all of this. So I would start there, bro, because like I told you yesterday, dude, like you're not in the stage of the journey where you need to worry about getting that much better. Because it's like, dude, if you doubled your effort right now, you're gonna just get super mad and frustrated and like to what, make an extra 2 grand, like you will naturally progress through the journey of being a setter, closer, and entrepreneur over time. You're less than 30 days into this, and I mean, you're doing good. So, like, it's more about going through the personal journey right now and the development than trying to make 50 more dials a day, especially if people aren't picking up. So it's like
Mm.
you gotta sometimes like that's why it's good to have coaching because I'm able to pull you out of this, you know? Like you need to zoom out and be like, people are picking up to like, what did I just show you is actually going on as to why people might not be picking up, you know? Yeah. Any
Yeah.
questions?
Yeah, like how long do you think, like for you, how long does it usually take to get like the emotions out, like per session?
Doesn't
Uh
matter.
yeah, I mean it doesn't matter.
It's not gonna happen the first time. And you can't be
Well,
mad that it didn't
actually
happen the first time.
I would disagree with that. I don't think that's necessarily a rule. Um I think that it's an ongoing process where you're probably not used to feeling your emotions, especially in your body, because we're not taught this. But like, if you really think, it's like you see the pretty girl, you go into a boxing match, it's like you could feel your stomach get tighten. You could feel your shoulders tense up. You make the sales call, you could feel your legs start to shake, right? We're just not taught to pay attention to these sensations. So it's first becoming aware of it. The first step is becoming aware of it and accepting and acknowledging that you actually have these fears. Because most people be like, "Oh, I'm not a pussy. I don't have any fears." It's like, dude, it's like it's not about that, you know. So the first part is acknowledging and accepting them, and then you'll be able to feel them, and then you will be able to transcend them. So I would watch YouTube. I think I'm pretty fucking good at explaining this, but I think Julian Blanc is better. You know, he's just been in the game a lot longer. So I would
Mm.
watch him. I gave you his name.
Yeah. Okay. Julian.
Yeah, it's not about sit because like, dude, if you sit in there for the next 3 months and just dial all day and do the same thing that you did today for the next 3 months, you're gonna feel like you didn't really grow and you're not really transcending up the ladder of progress.
Hmm.
It's not about
Yeah.
you making more money. Like, dude, if you think about this, like if you just develop yourself more, you'll just learn how to make more money, right?
Yeah.
It's not about sitting there and making 20 times more dials because it's like if that were the case, you're going to end up working 24 hours a day. It's about working less but figuring out how to make more,
Mm.
which is comes from the personal development and the mastery of your mind. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. Like before this call, I wasn't getting like nobody. I didn't set a
Yeah.
single fucking person, and it was stressing me the fuck out.
Yeah.
And then, like right before I hopped on, I set one person, and I was just like, okay, we're back on it. But then, yeah, I don't know if I should continue dialing as of now, or if I should, try to do the thing you said.
Yeah. I mean, if you took an hour to go do this or 2 hours, would it be that big of a deal?
I think like 1 hour max.
Yeah, 1 hour and then do it later today.
Yeah.
Like you still
Yeah.
gotta be like you still gotta be cognizant of like, yeah, you have responsibilities and shit to do,
Mhm.
you know?
Yeah.
But if you have time or on the weekend, like you have some time, like this is important because dude, this shit robs you of your enjoyment as well, you know? So, all
Well,
right, dude, what go
like
ahead.
what? Well, what robs me of my enjoyment?
The fucking stress.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Does it's like even like when I'm done working or if I just want to chill, it's like I can't fucking chill anymore. It's like,
Exactly.
yeah, it's fucking me over, bro. Like,
Yeah, that
I
this
don't know.
is I give you credit because you're walking the path. Because this is where most people would walk. This is why most people don't do anything entrepreneurial ever.
Hmm.
But it's not about money. It's about maximizing your potential and becoming the best version of yourself.
Right. Right.
So people are like, oh, I don't want to do it because I don't care about owning a business. I don't want to make money. No, it's coming face to face with these things and transcending them because there is a way to do this without feeling those emotions.
Hmm.
We're just not taught this, especially if you don't grow up in a family of entrepreneurs. You grow up with, you know, limiting beliefs.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
I mean, this is totally normal. I'm speaking from experience, obviously, right?
Yeah.
Watch some of those YouTube videos, bro, and just give it a try. All
Okay.
right.
Bet.
All right.
Bet. Yeah. I appreciate the call, bro.
Let me try to find you honestly, like let me try to find like one of his better YouTube videos.
Okay.
Let's see.
Oh, I've seen this guy before.
I probably sent you to him, bro. I just sent you one. All right, dude. I'll talk to you later. Let me know if you need anything.
Talk to you later.